Welcome everyone, this is the Rocket.Chat Engineering Podcast. I'm Rodrigo Nascimento, Rocket.Chat CTO and co-founder, and your host on this weekly podcast. Here we talk about the news on the engineering areas from the past week. And I have with me today our backend leader and co-founder, Diego Sampaio.
Hello.
Our apps engine leader, Douglas Gilbert.
Hello.
Our cloud leader, Aaron Nuggle.
Hello.
Our front-end leader, Guilherme Gazzo. And Guilherme Gazzo is disconnected. Our mobile leader, Diego Mello.
Hey guys.
Our Omnichannel product manager, Renato Becker.
Hi guys.
So let's move it on while Guilherme Gazzo is not back. So this past week we had special releases with minor patches for a cross-site script issue where someone could send a message to leak some information from other users. So it's basically a vulnerability for when you have people that you don't know in your instance, usually for open instances, so they can send a message that affect and steal data from other users. So we released some patch releases, 3.9.3, 3.8.4, 3.7.4, 2.4.14, and 1.3.5. So if you're running on the previous releases of these minor ones, please consider to update your instances. So starting with Diego Sampaio from backend, what's going on there?
All right. So past week we have worked on just a few things, trying to finish the release, the 3.10 release. That will be cut. Have the release candidate cut by today. So that will be our latest release for this year. Apart from that, we have been working on a few missing endpoints that are blocking the front-end guys from finishing the new server info page on admin. There is an issue on the status sorting on the admin users page that should have been fixed by now as well. And I have added the support for older versions on the official Docker image. Like we have both. I have two Docker images. One is an official one that is provisioned or supported by the Docker people. So it's a separate build that takes care of that image. And we also have our Docker image that we publish wherever we want or having anything we want. But on the official Docker image, we were supporting just the two latest major versions. That means only 3.9 and 3.2.4 versions, and that's different from our support, official support versions. So we are now supporting the same versions we say on the support page. So we say we support the latest, the 3 past months release. So since we have one release per month, now the official Docker image has the 3.9, the 3.8, and the 3.7, along with the 2.4 version. So we will be keeping the three latest minor versions of the latest major version, and one major version behind as well. And that's it.
Thank you. Apps Engine, Doug, What are the news there?
Hey folks, so we are finishing some of the reviews for the apps engine side of the permission system changes. We expect those to be out along with the new release candidate that Diego mentioned. That's going out today. Unfortunately, the Rocket.Chat side of the changes, where the admins will be able to really see the permissions and this communication with our marketplace as well, we could not finish it in time for quite a few reasons. And we'll need to postpone them for the next release that's going to happen only next year. So yes, but we've identified many learning points there that we can apply in the future to avoid this kind of similar situations again. So not all is lost. There's always a silver lining. That's what they say. And yep, that's it for the updates today.
Yeah, and they're going to be out, right, on the next days?
True. From Wednesday until next year, I'll be out. So yeah, there's that.
Cool. Thank you, and see you next year then. Aaron, what's going on the cloud there?
All right. So we're making progress on the fleet command rewrite to React. A nice little bonus that we discovered is we get dark mode for free.
Awesome.
So woohoo!
How is that like? We are using some external components or creating our own components?
We're using AntD, which has dark mode now, I think in the latest version. So yeah, it was kind of a nice little surprise. It'll probably be dark mode by default because I think most of us we like dark mode. Anyways, so I think other than that, we're doing a lot of reflecting on this last year and planning for the next year. A lot of work on trying to improve the life of support. So various little things, nothing too major to call out. End of this week is Christmas, and I will also be out until the new year. I think if we do have a podcast next week, Lucia from the cloud team will be taking my place. But that is it for the cloud team.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you, and see you in the next year as well. So moving on to front end, Gazo, what's going on there?
Hello. Yeah, sorry before I was having some troubles with my connection, but so last week we finally finished the header and the whole code behind the scenes running there. And now I think the most important thing, we are working on some kind of library to help the developers to work with the virtual list and the infinite scrolling. And because usually when we are working with this kind of list, we're a mess. Like every developer was implementing by hand, and so we are developing a single way to help the developers. We fixed the security issues mentioned before, and we have plans, we are finishing more pages on the room, like the pruning message. We finished the member list, the file list, and I hope everybody noticed the difference. It's kind of like a small change, but should look better than before. And yeah, that's it. I want to mention only, Aaron, we have like a hook. Since we are using React, then we can identify if the user is using dark mode or not in the current system, so we can add on the cloud instead of only put by a setting, like we can reach from the operational system. So yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. Melo, what are the news on the mobile?
Last week we fixed a couple of issues and we released another beta for 4.13, like the button sheet being hidden sometimes, the app freezing when a markdown preview contained sequential empty spaces. Both of them reported by Aaron, by the way. Some housekeeping, and we reviewed the backgrounds and mentioned colors. Earlier today, we released 4.13 on the stars. It contains besides these bug fixes I talked about, it has a few interesting new features like channel actions, right to left support, and more stuff. We updated white label docs already, so I hope you guys enjoy it. We're still planning next release, but I can tell already that we're going to focus on bug fixes, performance, and update dependencies, and that's it.
Awesome, thank you. Renato, welcome back. Do you have news from the past week?
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Rodrigo. Hi, guys. Yeah, last week an important issue has been fixed and released. I'm talking about an issue on the Omnichannel department form. Some customers were not able to set. Actually, we have a setting on the department form where the managers can set multiple departments for forwarding, and the users, they were not able to set that information. So we found and fixed that issue. If I'm not wrong, this fix has been released on 3.9.3. And apart from that, the team has been working on two main features. One of them is the directory, and the first phase of this implementation is almost done. We are now adding minor improvements and fixes, but we'll be able to deliver this feature set according to the schedule and the scope. And the other one is one of our WhatsApp integrations. I'm talking about 360 Dialog. We are also about to release a new version of this app that will support template messages. The app will also handle expired conversations, and which means that the app will provide a better UI and UX for agents. The idea is to release this new version by the end of this week. And talking about our next steps, roadmap, we are going to focus on the live chat widget again. There are some issues that need to be fixed, but we are going to add also important improvements to the widgets. For instance, the ability to chat, to have multiple sessions at the same time. Currently, our live chat widget is only supporting one session, but we have some, opportunities that emerged, but they depend on this improvement. So this is kind of improvement that we are going to add to the widget in short term. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. I have some notes. Just mentioned that security leak on the XSS problem. We have a blog post talking more about it and the versions that I mentioned here. We had a bug with our notification system as well in the past week, where we notified some instances multiple times. about that they were reaching their limits, and it wasn't true. It was just a bug. So the instance was requesting information from our cloud system once time a day or more, and it gets some alerts to show the users, including if they reached the push notification limit. And due to a bug, some customers received that information many times. So they received that even as a notification as well. So it was fixed already, and we have a blog post explaining in details why it happened and what we need to fix as well. And yeah, we still have many positions open, so check jobs.rocket.chat for more information. And yeah, I think that's all. So thank you all for listening to this weekly podcast. This podcast is available as video on YouTube and audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and others. And thanks for the Rocket.Chat engineering team to make this possible. See you all on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.